Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Cooking with Mr. Cookie and my 40-hour famine series. Did you know every dollar that you donate to World Vision, 80% of that dollar will go towards their work in the field? So donate today and let's make a lasting difference in this world together. All right, let's get to our recipe. We are making authentic Australian lamingtons. Today we're using an electric mixer and an oven, so make sure you have adult supervision when doing so. And speaking of the oven, we need to preheat that oven at 180 degrees for conventional ovens and 160 for fan force ovens. All right, let's get to our ingredients. We have one 30 by 20 centimeter rectangular pan. You can't eat that, but you're definitely gonna need it. 1 cup of self-raising flour, 1/4 cup of corn flour, 4 egged eggs or 4 eggs, 25 grams of soft butter, 2/3 cup of caster sugar, 80 mils of boiling water. Now that was all just for our sponge cake. Now, here are the ingredients for our icing. 4 cups of icing sugar, 20 grams of soft butter, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 3/4 of a cup of milk, and 4 cups of desiccated coconut. All right, let's get to it. But first, gotta wash our hands. All right, we need to prepare our baking tin. What we're gonna do is lightly butter it all over, and then we're gonna put about a tablespoon of flour in the bottom and tap it around so it covers the entire bottom of the tin. Now we do this so when it's cooking, it'll get a nice crust. And then we're gonna use our baking paper and go over the top. All right, we're gonna set this aside and use it later. All right, next thing to do is to get our flours together and then sift them 3 times. It allows the flours to aerate really well, which gives nice buoyancy to our sponge cake. All right, we're gonna set our sifted flour aside while we whip up our eggs. What we're gonna do is get our eggs into our bowl, get our electric mixer onto it, and when the eggs start to foam up, that's when we're gonna add our sugar in bit by bit until it's all in there. Then we're gonna mix for about 6 to 8 minutes or until it's completely foamed up. And I'll show you the end result. All right, you know it's foamed up enough when you pick up some of the mixture, let it fall in waves, see if it holds some of those shapes for about 3 seconds. I reckon we're good to go. All right, this is a good time to get your boiling hot water and get your butter and put it in. What that's gonna do is slowly melt the butter, then we're gonna add it to our mixture soon. All right, so next up, we're gonna add half our flour recipe into our eggs, and then we're gonna fold that in gently, and then we're gonna put in the rest and fold it in again until all our flour is consumed. Then, finally, we're gonna put in our melted butter and mix it all together nicely. Don't go too vigorously. We don't wanna get rid of all those air bubbles we worked so hard for. All right, we're gonna get that melted butter in now, but we're only gonna put it in bits at a time. All right, once everything is mixed together, you're not seeing any flour in there, it's time to pour it in our baking tin. All right, now that our cake mixture is all in there, good to go, we're gonna get this into our oven on the bottom tray for about 25 minutes, or until it springs back from the center from a light touch. All right, it's been 25 minutes, but it wasn't as springy as I like, so I left it in for another 5 and it's looking good to go. Let's get it out. All right, we're just gonna transfer this onto our cooling rack and let it cool. All right, what we're gonna do is flip this over, get our paper off and let it cool. Once it's cool, we're then gonna chop it up into small lamington sized bits and then we're gonna get our icing ready. All right, now that our sponge cake is cooled down and cut up, it is ready for our icing. What we're gonna do is take our 4 cups of icing sugar over to a simmering pot with water in it. What we're gonna do is put in our butter, cocoa powder and milk in with our bowl and mix it as it melts. Now this will make sure it's creamy and give it a nice glossy finish. And then we're gonna bring it over here. We're going to coat our lamingtons in our chocolate icing and then into our coconut, which I put in a shallow pan and then straight onto our rack for drying. Alright, with our icing looking very glossy, it's time to take it over and coat our lamingtons. Alright, so what we're gonna do is use a fork. I'm gonna place our lamington on the fork. We're gonna lower it into our icing, let the icing coat the bottom of it, pick it back up with the fork, and then drizzle it over the top and get everything completely covered. And then over into our coconut and onto our rack for drying. When it stops dripping, that's when it goes into our coconut. All right, I'll get back to you when these are all done. Well, there you have it. Our lamingtons, good to go. They look absolutely scrumptious. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah, it tastes like Australia. And remember, the recipe is in the description below. Thank you for watching and supporting this video. If you'd like to donate to World Vision and 40 Hour Famine, please follow the link in the description below. Or you can head to the 40 Hour Famine website, www.40hourfamine.com.au/donate and search for Cooking with Mr. Cookie. If you're unable to donate, there are other ways you can always help. Make sure you share this video with your friends and family so they may have the opportunity to do the same. So we can make a lasting difference in this world. And of course, I'll see you next time.